Hello, in this assignment we're going to be producing abstract photos, 6 of them, and we're going to have a little bit of a lecture about the meaning of abstract and how it relates to the other Greek root word, which is extract, the T-R-A-C-T, the tract part. Abstract actually means to take away or lift off something from a source. And that is what we've come to think of as abstract photography. But I really think of photography in the abstract sense as extract, because again, it has the same meaning. It's to take away, but extract is the verb and abstract is the noun, and you need the verb to create an abstract. I think you'll see why when we go over the history of abstract photography and how it was invented, who were the progenitors of it, and where it's at now. It's probably one of the most interesting aspects of photography, because photography was a total realistic art form, and in that way the departure in probably 1922 with Alfred Stieglitz was when photographers said, hey, I can get away from super realistic images and I could produce something that painters have been doing for a long time. And so in that way, Alfred Stieglitz is probably the father of abstract photography. And it's worthy to note that he, in his New York gallery studio, also was the first person to show Pablo Picasso's paintings in the United States. He brought Picasso to America. He was roundly criticized for that, but he became a hero. And another thing that he did, besides his great photography, was that he married Georgia O'Keeffe and introduced her to the art world. And our paintings wouldn't be the same without Georgia O'Keeffe. So let's just give Alfred Stieglitz a bow and go on with this lecture. The other 3 photographs, which make up the 6 photographic body of your submission, is going to use the extract method. And by this I mean that most people will not be able to recognize where the photograph came from. I mean, if you're really successful with an extract photo, people just won't know where or what it is, but they'll be able to enjoy the color, the composition, all of that. And this is really, in this case, where the Fibonacci grid really comes into play, because your photographs won't be interesting unless you follow the rules of the Fibonacci grid. So where did abstract photography come from? Well, I did mention Alfred Stieglitz, but the person that is widely credited with abstract photography is Man Ray, who was an American who went to Paris. And there he met Lee Miller, who was a beautiful model and darkroom technician. He hired her to work in his darkroom, and she really has been treated unkindly by history, because most of the things that she pioneered, which were multi-image composites and also solarization, she invented solarization. They're credited to Man Ray, and that's just not fair. Lee Miller was an equal partner in all of Man Ray's work, and Lee Miller's work on its own is quite powerful, and it's really unfair that she doesn't get credit for a lot of this stuff. Now, there are 3 components to abstract or extract photography that I want to cover. They are form, color, and texture. Form is the graphic structure of the photograph, and color doesn't have to be chromatic color. It can be shades of black and white. It can only be 2 colors. It can be the use of 1 color on a monochromatic background, but it is clever use of color. And the other one I think that's really, really important is texture, and that's where you'll be doing photographs that people just won't know where they came from in the extract portion of the assignment. There are 3 techniques that I encourage you to use with both abstract and extract approaches. One of them is create a sense of mystery by not giving us all of the information in a wide shot. Just focus on something, usually with close-up or macro, but it doesn't have to be, and keeps us guessing. Another is finding patterns in everyday things. And when you look closely at anything, it could be the fabric on your curtains, the hair on your dog's ear, some food. When you look really, really closely, you'll see repeating patterns. And those are very, very successful elements in extract and abstract photography. The third one is just really a culmination of macro photography, long exposures, short exposures, camera movement, and all kinds of smearing techniques, using lights that are out of focus, all of that. And that's really where you can use the camera as a tool and get instant results that painters have to agonize over, but you can accomplish that with your camera. So in conclusion, we have 6 photographs that are due. 3 of them are what we call the abstract variety. They can show some of the context just of where the photograph is, but the extract portion, those 3 photographs really should keep people guessing what the heck you're looking at, usually with macro or camera movement or something like that. Okay, good luck with this. I'm looking forward to your work.